I'm Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Light is bad. Light is scary, as dozens of red jelly globule eyes shut to the blinding light that fills the cavern. When the burst of white finally fades, half my eyes blink, useless for now, but many more still work. Underground tunnels are where we like to be, like in the hive back home before the Yeerks took me here. Brought is too gentle a word. I had only slithered out of the shadows of the ship because I could smell it and my belly was on fire. There was blood everywhere. I could see the fight happening in different areas of my vision, fragmented images of an orange, vaguely human-shaped thing picking up an earth weapon, leaning on a large white predator of some kind. I could smell the gore on its claws, so I knew it was a predator, and my stomach rumbled as I surged forward and fell on the bodies of the fallen Hork-Bajir. With the meat working through my stomach, I had time to think and observe for a moment. Another large human-shaped thing climbed up onto the platform, where there was no more food left, really. Just burnt is what I could smell. Weird burn, like plant burn. Then warm bodies. Not dead yet, though one was very bloody. And my stomach angrily roiled again, and I reared up my front half to square up my next fallen body and fell onto it. The blissful relief from the pain of hunger rolled over my body. Smell was better than sight. It was more accurate. I could smell more warm bodies now, and when I focused, an andalite. Bloody, but too dangerous with that blade as it ran past me. The sharp, searing smell of Dracon Beam cut through the atmosphere, and even as the meat of the fallen Hork-Bajir shot through my organs, it was the smell of what humans call a dinner bell to me. I am not privy to much as a non-controlled taxon, but I have heard the jokes about dogs and drool. An armored human was shooting, hitting the black-furred human figure and the white predator thing. I watched as a Hork-Bajir jumped from the platform, and when I expected their blades to slash through the predator thing, instead it began to drag them. Finally, the orange human thing carried a burnt-smelling bag and jumped down to join the group that was trying to escape. The cycle of shooting, falling, dragging, and rising commenced, and as the blood pooled from them, my thoughts spiraled more and more. I was hungry, so hungry. A Hork-Bajir that I vaguely recognized in the deep recesses of my mind jumped from the platform, and with the warmth of meat so close, I reacted. I turned and tried to take a bite, and within seconds I felt the sting of that blade, and faraway pain. It should have hurt more, but all I could feel was my stomach acid beginning to burn through my own internal organs, and I turned to the nearest source of relief, my own viscera. As I doubled back on myself, the relief and pain intermingled, and I saw one last view of the escaping andalites. The orange human thing laid down a human controller outside of the lift and drop before stepping in with the rest of them. The doors slid shut, and my instincts began to pull me towards the prone human, even as in the back of my mind I accepted that I would never make it across the cavern. Across the compound in a security booth, screens flashed with various states of chaos. Multiple angles showed the slow rise of the half-destroyed ship that was ascending into the exposed military base surface. The illusion of warehouse now up in smoke, very real smoke coming from the generators that had been crushed. On the surface, muzzles of guns caught flashes of controllers shooting at any animals that happened by. In the lower level, cameras, human, Hork-Bajir, and taxon controllers looked like insect bustling through dirt corridors. A few cameras on the underground cavern had just white screens where the bright flash of each's sacrifice had burned out the internal components. So who would notice when just one small camera in one screen to the far right showed a small metal box, and then with the sawtooth flash of an andalite tail, it went black. And that's where we are now.
My name's Kamren.
My name is Zach.
My name is Savannah.
My name is Aximili Escaruth Estil.
My name is Dylan.
What's worse than homework, parents, and acne?
Betrayal.
War.
Murder.
Brussels sprouts.
Doing it all while trying to stop an alien invasion.
Duh.
Aliens that crawl into your ear and take over your brain.
Mimicking your every thought. Reliving all your memories.
Living life as you would. Flawlessly deceiving your friends, your family, pretending to be you.
I'd rather die.
Stay on script.
What's even worse?
Mr. Statoric.
The only thing that stands in the way of complete takeover of all humanity is 4 teenagers and an andalite.
I am the Andalite.
Yeah, you're the Andalite.
We also have the ability to morph.
It's amazing.
And Andalite technology.
Stay on script. The ability to...
Right. The ability to turn into any animal we can touch.
Lions.
Tigers.
Orangutans.
We must be extremely cautious. We can't trust anyone, thanks to my...
Kamren.
Okay, you read it then.
Fine. We can't trust anyone. Controller or not.
We have seen what happens when we are too trusting.
So now, there's only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Because anyone could be compromised. Anyone at all, can be a controller.
Yeah, dude. Even you.
Yeah, you three. Take your headphones off. I'm going to mute too so you can't hear me, but this is for the viewers.
Well, hang on.
It's for the viewers so they see you all. Take your headphones off.
It's pretty fucking rude because my hair looks like this right now.
The terminal explodes and the pieces disintegrate as Aximili holds the smoking Dracon beam, the ship rising back to the surface. Aximili turns and takes a deep breath, his Hork-Bajir chest rising and falling. He moves to leave when he hears a voice speak into a communicator nearby. The ship is surfaced. The hologram is down. I repeat, the ship is visible.
We have Andalites heading to the aqueduct loading bay. Deal with it. We're sending all forces to them. They have the device. The commander is dead, and we are exterminating the threats. If you see them, kill them.
Aximili could feel his heart sink from Z-space. My friends. My prince. Would he let them die? He thought about the Earths on the galaxy tree. He thought about them when he saw all these bodies. His stomach joined his heart somewhere in the galaxy. He had failed them. I will not fail again. Aximili thinks about his brother, about what he would do. He would be brave. He thinks about Elfangor's stiff posture when he was doing something important, when he was addressing his troops or his superiors. His whole presence was commanding. He controlled the room, as the humans say. The way he held his tail blade, the focus in his eyes. Aximili takes another deep breath and steps out from behind the crush generator. Get me Visser Three on the communicator immediately. The startled human controllers stop in their tracks, immediately noticing the red sash hanging across the Hork-Bajir's chest. He's preparing to meet the sub-Visser. There are strict orders not to disturb. There are Andalite bandits trapped, dead and cold in the sub-levels. The Andalite bandits that have been a thorn in his side. The ones that are currently the reason he looks so incompetent. I am Red Sash General Tarir of Visser Three's elite guard. There is a Dapsin ship sitting in the middle of a military base in his vicinity that he is in command of. Get him on the communicator or you will surely meet his Garf Nash Yeerk Banemorph. The human gulps and fumbles with the communicator. Come in, Command Channel Red. This is a code Alpha. Widespread exposure expected. A second passes and another voice sounds.
This is Red Command. What is it, you imbecile? I'm in the middle of planning.
Aximili snatches the communicator. Red Command, this is General Tarir. The Andalites are trapped. They have the device. There are kill orders.
Understood, Tarir.
The comm device clicks and Aximili looks back to the ship. He seems to notice a body on the platform. Get me a tarp now. I need a transportation vehicle as well. And then we fade back to the elevator. While you all don't see a maintenance hatch that leads to the outside of the elevator, there's a small panel underneath where the buttons are. Quick look, Zach, you notice that it's probably just to like repair the broken circuitry for the buttons. And there's also a blank screen that's above these buttons and a button next to the screen that says confirm open. As the elevator has came to a stop, a second later, you see that screen flash on and the buttons light up with a green light, but the doors do not open. As everybody is tense and waiting, Matea moves quickly towards Kamren. right to where his missing paw is. And she slaps this green leaf with this green slime on it that she's got out of Icha's bag. And she slaps it onto Kamren's missing paw. And he lets out a loud roar. What the hell are you doing? This is from Icha's bag. It is a medical salve. It will make you feel better. The slime begins to harden and somewhat scab up kind of around Kamren's missing paw. He's able to put a little bit more weight on it. There's more. If you are hurt, take some. Rub it on your wounds. And then she looks at the door. It looks like we must confirm that we want to open the door. Everybody is noticing this. She's just saying it out loud. That video feed must be to the outside of the elevator. It may be worth it just to take a moment for all of us. And she looks at Savannah when she does that. And she starts to move around with this bag and we'll start applying healing salves to everybody. You all have this one last moment to catch your breath.
Dylan she reaches for some of that goop with her free hand and just starts like, rub it in. Head on, apply directly to the forehead, all that stuff. Because she does not feel good.
Inspiring leader, you're supposed to spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions, but maybe I can do it in 30 seconds.
I'll say this. Roll a charisma check. On a natural 20, I'll let you get it off.
Shit, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop.
Nope.
Ooh, boy. You did crit, though.
I did get a crit.
As bad as it could have gone.
I really want to know how Nate whiffs this charisma check so bad.
I just fart in the middle of it. Just a squirrel fart. Just a...
He starts to try to give a speech from Braveheart to like get everybody riling up. And as soon as he like goes into like the first 5 words of the speech, Kamren's like, dude, that's Braveheart. Shut up. We're about to die.
Try again with the speech from Independence Day. Still doesn't work.
Pick somebody inspiring.
So it's a fumble, basically. Fumble the bag. Got it.
So as Maitea's going around and applying the salve and doing that, Savannah is not punching the confirm open door button, but she's kind of just got her Hork-Bajir claw kind of like as soon as they're ready, she's going to punch it. But she is going to thought speak to everyone there. Zach, it's extremely important that you get out of here with those crystals. That is mission number 1. The rest of us are going to do what we can to provide a distraction and to make sure that you can get out of here, but you have to leave with those crystals and meet up with Aximili as soon as you can.
Okay. I'll get out. Don't die.
We'll do our best.
No, not best. Don't die. Get the fuck out of here. I'll go first, but you have to meet me later.
Yeah, but we're not gonna die. Because if we do, humanity is cooked. And Max Man will only have Bart and Chad to help him out. And I know Savannah isn't gonna let that happen. But with all that out there, he looks around to everybody. If I go down, I don't want to be the reason that anybody else stays behind. Like you said, Savannah, Zach has to get the crystals out. So this fight doesn't end here. Not unless it's us getting the W. And then to private, thought speak to Zach. When it starts, stay under me if you can. I'll lead you out as far as I can get you.
Yeah, okay, that's probably smart.
And then he waits.
Does everybody look like they're basically ready to go?
Do I get like any hit points back from healing?
You get 6 back. Do you need more?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another.
Another 6?
I can roll with that.
All right. She puts a little bit more on you as you say that, so you get another 5.
Okay. All right.
And then Kamren gets 1. Oh. She rubs a little bit more on the Kamren. She finds another cut on Kamren. And another one.
Just use it all.
Just burn it at this point. Just do all 7 uses. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think we have one more. If any, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that was all 7.
Yeah, we're good. This is the fucking last ditch.
Kamren does hand his crystal down to Zach. His big boom epitome crystal. I don't have any hands.
What's this one do?
Blow shit up. Throw it far away from you if you can.
Zach kind of stands on his hind legs and mimics throwing. And he's like, I don't really have like a lot of... Okay, man. Yeah, I will. Okay. He kind of holds it very gingerly in his teeth. Can he put it in his cheek?
Yeah, if you trust it in there.
I don't, but I don't know how else to carry it.
Kamren will say, I mean, you can give it to somebody else if you want. You're just here with me, so.
Can Squirrel can run on 3 legs? Could I carry it like a football, like under one? Okay, I'll do that. That's probably better.
So now everybody but Kamren has one of the crystals. So yeah, this screen has lit up and there is a feed coming through the screen. As you look at this feed, Savannah, I'm going to say you're looking at it. Outside of the elevator is a raised platform to what looks to be a pretty open area. From what you can see, this is a limited view still. And there seems to be at least a battalion of human controllers waiting outside. You can count 9 just from what you can see, with one that looks to be in charge and 2 Hork-Bajirs beside her. But you can definitely tell that there are more human controllers that you just can't count. They're in like a formation and there's a lot of them. So how this is kind of angled, you can kind of see over this raised platform to that big open area on the ground. And then past that, you see a jet of flowing water. And everybody can roll a history check. And Zach, as you look in here, you kind of remember some research that you were doing for a project, or maybe Savannah was doing it and you kind of helped her with the Google part or whatever. The
one day I was listening.
Yeah. And you learned a little bit about Ocean Grove's aqueducts. The water channels that surround Ocean Grove and run through it are mixed with salt water. They're not drinkable. So in order to get fresh water to the town, they have to bring it in from the lakes at the mountains. So most of the water gets distributed through the city through these aqueducts. But to deal with pressure and maintaining pH levels of some of the water, it's filtered back out of the bay as well. Additionally, with all that information, you can kind of see that the Yeerks could use this as a way to transport supplies in and out of this place as well.
Okay, so I info dump that to the group and then suggest following this upstream might go to the lakes in the mountains. I don't know if that would be helpful, but that's information if anyone can use it.
The raised platform, is the elevator raised or is it?
The elevator is on where the raised platform is, and then you can
so it's see. Up from the battalion.
No, the battalion is where the raised platform is. The elevator exits out onto the raised platform. There's ramps on the side of those that lead down. You can now see, like, as you're watching Hork-Bajir moving up the steps, those ramps lead down to the bottom, the floor part.
Cool. The stuff in the elevator, is that genuinely there, or is that just the map?
There are some crates and boxes and stuff that are over there.
Would how quiet were Kamren and Zach about handing over that extra crystal?
I'll say not quiet. Like they were talking a little bit about it to everybody, and you saw him kind of bend down and hand it to Zach out of his mouth.
All right. So I think Savannah's going to ask Zach, if you're not going to use that crystal, may I have it?
Yeah, you can totally have it. I would have looked for a spot to use it, but yeah, absolutely. This way I can just focus on getting the fuck out of here.
All right.
Do we think best bet is just get to the aqueduct and use that tunnel?
Absolutely. Getting to the aqueduct and getting out of here is the best bet, but
okay.
I think maybe everybody stand to the sides here, and then she's going to kind of extract her hand from Dylan's just with like a quick sorry, and then try to grab these crates and stuff. And she's going to move that over to the front of the elevator, but specifically if those barrels are there, that's what she wants to use.
Yeah, and Kamren will help you. So yeah, you get them moved there.
If everybody stands to the side of the elevator, we'll start to open it. We'll immediately throw this crystal out there, pop that off, cause a huge explosion. We'll follow it up with the barrels and maybe another explosion. And in the confusion, we all run towards the water. We don't stop. We don't fight. We don't engage. We just run.
And Matea reaches into the bag and looks up to you, Savannah, and she pulls out this softball-sized, looks just like a nut that you would eat, almost like a walnut. I saw each use this once. It makes a blinding light. It may help. She hands it to you. Just roll it out into the middle.
Brilliant.
Zach is going to climb one of Kamren's legs and just hang upside down in his belly fur.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yeah, I'll say with advantage as you have time to, like, position yourself.
That's fine. I'll take a 22.
Nice.
Pretty good.
All right, so these crates are behind the barrels, which the barrels are in front towards the doors. All that's waiting is this green confirm open button in front of Savannah. Everybody else is stacked up on to the right and the left of the elevator, waiting.
And I think Savannah's going to, like, if Kamren's right there, like, to hit the button, I think she'll hand that over to him, because her idea is that as soon as the door gets crystal-sized amount open and hand behind it, she's going to toss that out and try to pop that off, immediately followed by rolling the blinding thing. And once that blinding thing goes out, once the doors get to the point of barrels, it's rolled, like, literally just cause, like, chaos, flattening, explosions, all that jazz. And I'm not saying Savannah needs to take all those actions. That's just the plan. She has the crystal. She's ready to throw the crystal. It's open. That's just her idea that she is explaining to everybody here in the group.
Matea will just take back the seed thing then and ready that.
Cool.
I think Dylan's just like waiting on the next step because that's already so many things going on.
Kamren is basically the same. Tell me when to go.
Kamren, do you want to roll out the barrels at the end there as soon as the door is wide enough?
Yeah, I'll if it's cool, I'll let the barrels go and follow them.
Just don't rear up.
Sounds good, but if they start firing in here, preserve yourself over rolling the barrels.
Gotcha.
Private thought speak to Van. I'm sorry, am I going upstream or down? If I got there first?
Whichever way gets you out of here.
Okay, got it.
You hear noise come from the monitor and it says,
"Surrender now, Andalites. Your death will be painless, and maybe we'll even take you as a controller."
as this woman that's in charge paces back and forth outside of the elevator.
I mean, they're not surrendering. It's very quickly private thought speak to Dylan, where Savannah will just be like, Dylan, I never did get an outfit for the dance. Sorry about that. And then should Kamren go hit the button?
Boom! I'll give you all advantage on this perception check you make as this door just cracks.
That's all right. It's perception, so you can use your people.
Yeah, you can use your peeps.
And I did. I got
And you
advantage on it.
crit.
You said I got advantage.
He did say that,
I did
though.
said that.
Don't say that.
Zach, as this door slides open, you see a blur from one side of the aqueduct just shoot down to the other side, but you lose it. And as Savannah and Matea are getting ready to launch these things out into the opening, Dylan, you notice the blur as well. And you see it shoot down the aqueduct to where there's an enclosed glass bridge that goes over to separate two sides.
What do you mean a glass bridge?
It's just enclosed in glass. There's a bridge that's over the aqueduct. The bottom of it is like just a bridge. The surrounding enclosure part is glass. But Dylan, as you see that blur shoot across and it enters into this bridge. It stops immediately at the second set of doors, the doors that would lead into the open platform underneath the overhang where you guys are. So it would be on the same side of you if it go through these doors, but it stops at the doors. And you notice that it is Xander. He's frozen in place. Seems unable to move any closer. He locks eyes with you, Dylan.
Dylan's gonna be like, you guys, somebody help me out with this. I don't know. I think Xander's out there. I think I just saw Xander.
Zach, with your 19, I'll let you like respot where he is as he pointed out, but Savannah's in the middle of letting her trigger go off, so is Mateus. So Savannah, where are you throwing this crystal?
Out. She is throwing it out as soon as the doors get to that level, so it is the straight line out from the few inches through the door. Forward is what she was imagining.
Yep. These doors open. You see the woman in front level a Dracon beam as you throw this crystal. As soon as your like wrist flicks and finishes the throw, as you see it toppling end over end in the air, between your Hork-Bajir legs, you see a 7-fingered Andalite hand roll this seed out. As you throw this crystal, it hits in the middle of where it is, and it explodes. The main human controller makes a dex save. DC is 13. So I'm just going to roll these in rows. So the first row fails, second row fails, third row fails, fourth row fails, fifth row succeeds. Hork-Bajir now. First two Hork-Bajir both succeed. The Hork-Bajirs on the left, there's only 2 of them that take it. Succeed, fail. Up top, there's 2 more Hork-Bajir. Fail, succeed. So half damage is 14. Because these motherfuckers are going down. All right, so now that we are at the top of initiative, this is going to be a special fight. You guys can, if you want, go ahead, go out here, take your turn by turn, use your attack, your bonus, your movement, your reaction, and do your turn as normal. Or you can take your movement and use the rest of your turn to roll a skill for a skills challenge. If you guys do great with the skills challenge, maybe you won't have to deal blows. But if you lose the skills challenge, you're going to have to do the skills challenge and then fight. So that's up to you. But you can do what you want as you go. If you get too close to any of the Hork-Bajir and do your skills and stuff, they can cause hindrances to you. So with that being said, we're going into initiative now. And it's this first Hork-Bajir's turn. As these bombs come out and then this big light comes out, it just kind of blinds most of the people in front of them. Everybody that was in that bright light has disadvantage on their first attack roll. So that's pretty much anybody that could get to you right now. As initiative starts and they all move forward, the woman in front is rubbing her eyes and she says, "Bring in all of the Hork-Bajir. Do not shoot them. I won't have those crystals damaged under my watch." First up is this Hork-Bajir that moves in. This one blindly, as it's rubbing its eyes, takes some steps forward. In the elevator, Savannah, you do see Kamren's eyes look up at you, and he nods. He'll trigger his action then, now. And he busts through, sending these barrels to the Hork-Bajir, and the Hork-Bajir can make a dex save. This Hork-Bajir takes 2 bludgeoning damage as one of these barrels smacks him in the face. Can't jump out of the way. And Kamren moves his speed. And Zach's with him. All right, Zach, you're up.
Okay, so I don't want to leave the Kamren mobile that I'm currently riding. Can I use an action to ratatouille him into another attack?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, a persuasion, you say?
I'll let you know these DCs are kind of high, but you also have some options, so.
I'm a persuasive boy.
Yep.
You can have my inspiration.
Okay, I'm very inspired, and now I'm so much more persuasive that it's a nat 20.
What do you say to him?
I'm just gonna say, "Hey Kamren, did you ever play Crash Bandicoot?"
Well, yeah, with the Bandicoot and the mask that goes ooga booga.
Yeah. Okay, so like Ooga Booga Man, and then I Ratatouille. I'm upside down, so I'm just gonna kind of go and like pull his nipple hairs, I guess, and just I don't.
With that, Kamren gets an extra move.
Sick.
Trying to think if there's another way he would go that would be more beneficial, but I think it's just straight through.
I'm trying to get directly to Xander. Like I'm going the fastest possible way.
Now that was your action. You still have movement on your turn, even when you do skills.
I'm gonna stay on the tank for one turn. I don't really have anything else I can do, so I'm just gonna have to hold it.
Savannah.
I very firmly believe in my whole heart that what this should become, instead of a gruesome part-by-part battle, is a skill check challenge where we all get to, as a group, figure it the fuck out. So I want to do that, and instead of declaring a skill, I'm going to do the famous, I'm going to tell you what I want to do and you tell me what the fuck to do. Literally any help action to get everyone on a path to get to the river. If there's a place where it looks like specifically a lot of hits happened and they're mostly down, if there's an avenue where there aren't people, if there is anything in the room that would allow for a different way, since we mostly have creatures that have some sort of climbing capability, like anything that will give us a way to get to the exit point faster.
You can narratively call out a moment that you want to do and how it gives them that, and you can just aid.
I think it would be more helpful to aid in what somebody is doing, whatever that may turn out to be.
You decide when you want to hop in and aid somebody.
Yeah, she'll be moving like with the group. That's the other thing, is like she kind of wants to stick with the bulk of the group, make sure like nobody's falling behind, nobody is. She's just trying to be a caretaker of everybody. So I want her to move, but if I can also like kind of do that as it makes narrative sense, that would be awesome.
Yeah, basically you're directing them, seeing where everybody goes, see where you need to go, and then move in, essentially. Sounds good to me. Next up, Port Bajir. He's gonna move closer. Matea, she is what she is. She uses her bonus action to hide behind the gorilla and the other Hork-Bajir. So, boom. Pretty fucking stealthy, I'd say. And then as this Hork-Bajir staggers forward, and he's blinded for right now, she moves out from behind Dylan and just takes a swipe at the Hork-Bajir in front. First attack, miss.
Wouldn't she be at advantage?
She is at advantage, that's right. 13 just misses. But she comes back around with her second attack. And with everything on the line, she smacks this Hork-Bajir with the side of her tail blade and knocks him out.
And fucking disappears into the mist with that stealth check.
Well, she did that so she could have her sneak attack on it. So it's gone now that she attacked.
I think with a 24, she disappears back into the mist.
She drops in behind this bright fucking shining seed thing and obscures her vision and everybody's vision.
It's the exact same violet as she is, and so she just like...
She blends
You just see
in.
an Andalite outline of the predator, but it's Andalite shaped.
It's that blonde streak in her hair. That's all they see. They just go.
Have you been boosting her speed every time?
Because
yeah.
she is fast. Dylan.
Okay, cool. Dylan wants to snowplow.
Hell yeah.
She wants to make a path. I want to go straight. I want to do a straight through.
There's even an extra barrel, so you're only going to be able to move so far, but you can pick up that barrel and take it with you and then extend your...
Yeah, then yeah, let's throw a barrel, because I would like to be closer when I do my straight through then.
Hell yeah.
She's gonna grab the barrel and she's gonna thought speak.
Can I use my help at this point to
Yeah.
determine that? Okay, so it's like Savannah's looking out of the elevator, Dylan's asked which way, and what we can see in front of us is like where we've thrown the bomb that's exploded, and then the bright seed pod that's kind of blinded those rows. There's kind of like a path straight through of just humans that have taken a lot of blows, leading kind of straight down into the river. We're at a height advantage a little bit right now, and so it seems clear like this is the path where the most people have kind of are still scrambling to get it together.
Yep.
Okay, and even seeing like Kamren kind of off to the right, like engaging the Hork-Bajir, and Maitea kind of engaging the Hork-Bajir right out front. Yeah, I think Savannah will see all of that, and then Dylan's question, she'll give that help action to Dylan by saying,
and so she'll take that barrel and run out and think to Maitea
She looks back over.
and chuck it.
And as you throw, she like is ducking underneath the barrel, watching it with her stalk eyes. It goes over. So you can roll your throw attack or a strength check, either one.
I'm gonna do strength. I'm glad I did strength.
Roll me a 3d6 separate, because each one of these people are going to take a d6 of damage, and I'm going to go ahead and count that as a success on the skills challenge marker.
Aw, I was really hoping I was gonna get 666.
that would be amazing.
That would have been tight. You got 6. Actually, we'll say this barrel rolls a little bit more and hits one more person. Roll and see if you can just get another 6. Then it'll be 6, 5, 1, which is 6, 6.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Ah,
No.
shit. Roll for
That's
another one
fine.
to see if you get a 2. No, I'm just playing.
I'll hit as many people as you want me to. The neighbor of the beast. It'd be the next door neighbor.
Dylan, what does it look like when this one barrel knocks out this triangle of humans right here?
What does it look like? I think that you see the one in front's eyes go large. Like, so didn't expect to see a monkey throw a barrel at him. This is how I die. And then they fly backwards with the barrel and hit the other 2. And then Dylan just stands up. Oh.
And then you see as you like slam down, this mist is rolling in off this raging river down here. And there's smoke just going past. You see one of the pieces of the barrel just and hit another guy, and he goes, "Ow! What the hell?" That was your 4 from
Yeah.
This one dead. I didn't let all the Hork-Bajir go. I am gonna go ahead and take the rest of their turns now. Sorry, my friends.
That's
My
okay.
prince.
I killed Dick Grayson. I'm good.
Hork-Bajir are up, and this one's gonna move forward. I just am now noticing I did forgot to heal up Maitea any. She gave all of the stuff to Kamren and Dylan. Oops. But maybe she would do that,
not
you know?
fail again.
So this Hork-Bajir is gonna move forward as it tries to make its eyes
He would be
be
brave.
able to see by rubbing him. So it'll take this attack with disadvantage. 17 will hit Maitea for 6. Maitea drops.
How? This guy can't even see.
And he's swinging his blades wildly. I'll say he doesn't get his second attack because she's down. He can't move forward anymore because he used all his movement. The other Hork-Bajirs still have to go. They'll just move up. First Hork-Bajir will attack Kamren with disadvantage. 17 hits for 7 piercing. Second attack, just hits.
Does Kamren get a bonus because he's being ratatouilleed by someone with a higher dexterity?
Nope, unfortunately he doesn't. He's being the meat shield for you. Second Hork-Bajir, disadvantage, misses. Nope, damn it, 12 just hits, beats it beats.
That seems unfair.
I agree. He didn't want this to happen. Tail, disadvantage. 11 misses. 15 hits. It's only 9. But 9 does take Kamren down. So Kamren falls down onto his side. You're just under his leg. Zach, it's Cameron's turn. Cameron's going to make a death save. Fails. Top of the round, Zach.
I am going to shoot out from under Kamren while yelling at everyone else in the group. Xander is included in that if he's close enough for me to do that.
He is, and you see him. You see like his hologram almost like he's struggling and he can't move.
So squirrels are nimble and can disengage as a bonus action, and attacks of opportunity are made with disadvantage against the squirrel. I'm disengaging.
All right, so you got 60 feet of movement.
Is this a pillar, this black rectangle
Yes.
here? Can I kind of land up on the side of it?
Yeah.
Partway up the wall or something like that? All right, that's what I'm going to do then. So I'm down here.
Hort Bajir is going to finally rub the blindness away and move forward. I'll say it'll get right in between both of you. First attack against Savannah.
Miss.
All right, tail against Dylan. 22.
I mean, yeah.
10 slashing.
Okay, thank you.
Savannah's up.
This is Hork Bajir here. Matea's down. Dylan's here. Okay. Matea still has each's bag.
Yes.
Here's what I'm between right now. I'll talk it through with everybody. What I want to do in my perfect world is I just want Dylan grab Matea, carry Matea out of here with each's bag, right? There's healing shit in there. Shit can happen. To do all of that would be great.
What the
I don't
hell
know
are you
how
doing?
I can help with that other than to
This is
level
from
up a
each's
taunt,
bag.
which is a
It is a
skill
medical
and therefore
solve.
not
It will
part of
make
the
you
skill
feel
check
better.
challenge.
I'll go ahead and tell you, you don't need to help with that because that was already a plan for you, girl.
Well, like already a plan, but like a plan that like if
There's
I can
more.
assist with to
If
boost
you
your
are
roll
hurt,
if you
take
need
some,
I
rub it
could
on
be
your
there to be
wounds.
the boost of your roll to make sure that that happens.
It looks like we must confirm
You
that
could
we want to
leverage an
open the door.
intimidation to try to scare them, or you could persuade Dylan,
That
which is
video
really
feed
necessary
must be
to do
to
so.
the outside
Those are
of the
skills.
elevator.
Yeah, but that's
It
none
may
of
be
those
worth
are
it
like
just to
the
take a
part of
moment
like
for
the
all of us.
challenge of like the things that you can do to help with the entire situation. All of this feels like a taunt is really like the best way to go about it.
If you want to do a skill to do taunt, so taunt lets you pick one person and they have advantage to attack you, disadvantage on anybody else. If you want to do the skill, I will let you extend the taunt to more than one person.
Okay, then I will do that.
And so that can be intimidate, I guess it can be persuade, it can be a flat charisma.
Intimidate, persuade, or flat charisma. Let's do intimidation. Holy fuck.
It's a natural 1. So unless you have something that
That's what I'm
rerolls.
trying to do is to like, nah, dude, I don't have fucking anything that's helpful, is what I've learned, honestly.
You don't have advantage. There's no way for you to get advantage because that's what you need.
I know, and I gave you my inspiration, so I don't have that anymore. So no, God fucking damn it. Yeah, so I've blown my turn and
Wait a goddamn minute. I have exactly 1 luck point left. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Cool. Bountiful luck. I'm gonna use bountiful luck. You rolled a 1, so re-roll it. And that is the last luck that I will probably ever have.
there was a non-zero chance that I was going to crit 1 again. So I appreciate that.
A 20% chance.
You could now apply your wave of wisdom because there was no need to have used it before.
Yeah, and can now take it up to 13 is what I could do. It's extremely important. Yeah, sure. Why not? Out of here with those crystals. That
All right,
is
so what
mission
does your
number one.
taunt
The
look
rest
like?
of us are going to do what we can
So
to
Hork
provide
Bajir,
a
so it's going to
distraction
look
and
exactly
make sure
like
that we can get out
doing
of here,
that
but you have
Hork
Hork Bajir when they have that
with
instinctual,
those
like they
crystals
meet
and
each
meet up
other
with
and they
Aximili as
do
soon
that
as you
kind
can.
of bladed display.
Okay.
Book canon, what it
I'll
is that they do this
Don't-
kind of like power dynamic
don't die.
display, like height sizing each other up, blades, that kind of thing. So she's going to just launch into that. And while that's going on, she'll just say to Dylan,
Yeah, and as
Yeah, but
Dylan,
we're not
like,
gonna
she says that
die.
to Dylan, and Dylan
Because
sees
if
her
we
doing her
do,
display, Dylan just starts,
Humanity is cooked.
she'll
And
stretch
Maximum
up
only
a
have
little bit more.
Bart and Chad as you stretch up a little bit more, this Hork Bajir just punches you in the face as your taunt doesn't work because that's a failure. But
Hey,
with all
fuck
that
it,
out
buddy.
there, he can't get to you. He's going
I
to
go
double move
down-
to get to you, but he can't attack. The rest,
I don't
they're
want
just
to be
going
the reason that anybody
start
else
to
stays
surround
behind.
you all. Matea makes a
Like you
death
said,
save.
Savannah, Zach has to get the
Fails.
crystals out.
Dylan.
So this fight doesn't end
Dylan's
here.
going to
Not unless
skirt
it's us getting
around.
the W.
this guy,
You will take an opportunity attack if you move away.
fuck it, hit me. Yeah, I grab her and I
When
start
it
going.
starts,
12 to hit.
stay under me
Let's
if
go.
you can.
Roll it up.
I'll lead you out as far as I can
Piercing.
get you.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'll say you get there, you
Yeah,
can
okay,
pick up
that's probably
Matea.
smart.
If you do move away, you will take one more opportunity attack.
Can I disengage, move around, and then go? Sweet. That's what I do.
Next up, Green Hork-Bajir. That's right. Last time they had a double move, so they can't get there. This one's gonna go here, surround Savannah. This one, seeing the gorilla move,
can roll with that.
will run to it. Well, your stealth check was 22 before, Zach, so I'm just gonna give them checks to see if they see you. One of the Hork-Bajirs does see you and chases after you. The other two move up to fuck with the other Andalites. This one sees you, Zach, and on all fours just starts to chase after you. You double move to get there, so you can't do anything else. This red will double move towards Savannah, completely surrounding her. This one will move up, swing its claw at Dylan. 9 to hit.
Suck it.
And second attack, tail. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Second one slashes into your back as you're pulling Matea for 9 slashes. Kamren up, death save. Fail. Kamren has 2 failed death saves. Hork-Bajir, throw it far away from you against Savannah with advantage. 22, right? With 9 piercing.
Sure.
Zach, you are
really
up.
have,
There's a
lot of-
Hork-Bajir that has just moved up right beside you. He's snarling. His blades are shining. What do you do?
I've never once gave a shit about this Hork-Bajir. I disengage and then run to Xander.
You get to the doors. I mean, you can give it to somebody else. Glass doors that are separating you and Xander. So.
Are they are they like automatic looking doors? Are they?
They're glass doors. They do look automatic, but they don't seem to be opening.
Does there look like there's a button or anything on mechanism to open them, or are they supposed to just be like they sense you, like a grocery store?
Yeah, it looks like they should just sense you like a grocery store. For some reason, you're in front of them and Xander's on the other side, and they're not opening.
So they're just locked down. Got it. Just try to shove my squirrel head in between them. Can I pry them open with my body?
If you are strong enough, maybe.
I'll try. I guess it can't hurt.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Strength. As a squirrel. Good news. They're very strong. It's only a -4. How's a 13? Which is an amazing roll for a squirrel.
You try and pry these open and they won't open up. You see Xander's eyes look down at you and then look back to the Hork-Bajir.
I'm going to climb 5 feet up the middle of the door. If I can scale that.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to look at that Hork-Bajir and go.
Savannah.
Kamren has, over the last many, many months, decided that he is becoming some sort of soldier and that he is falling into line under this battle. If he got a thought speak order to get up and keep going, would that help him with his next death save?
Yeah, so I will let you do a medicine, persuasion, or intimidate for that skill. And if you succeed, it'll be a success in the skills challenge, and it'll get Kamren back up.
23.
What do you say?
Following this upstream might go to the lakes.
And then he
in the mountains. I don't know if that
as
would be helpful.
part
but
of you
that's
kind
information.
of giving him
Can use it.
this renewed vigor, and he's bolstered. You guys are doing great, and that was another success in the skills challenge. I'm gonna say he just gets up and knocks out these 2 humans next to him, but he won't be able to do anything else to his turn. Next up is the Hork-Bajir next to Savannah. Advantage on all of these attacks, Savannah. So first one, 15
Meets.
for 4 piercing and a 22.
Oh, that hits.
Sorry, 7 more slashing.
Okay.
Second Hork-Bajir, natural 20.
She's down.
Matea rolls a death save. Success. Dylan's up. You watch Savannah drop in this pile of Hork-Bajir and blades.
Dylan's gonna reach into each's pack. What does she find?
Start to move things around. You see that there's a piece of rope that there's a noose tied at the end, and it looks like there's a stick in
Zach,
it.
if you're not,
There's like these little treats, nuts, berries.
Yeah, you can totally
different
have it.
things that
I would
that
have looked for
squirrel
a
might
spot
want them.
to
That's
use
all the way
it,
over there.
but yeah,
There's
absolutely.
also
this way I can just focus on
a
getting the fuck
small
out of here.
green leaf rolled up,
Do we think best bet
and
is
like
just
as
get
you're
the
like
aqueduct
looking through and you use
and
one of
that
your
tunnel?
big gorilla fingers to like see what's in it, you see
Getting
this
to the
white
aqueduct and
powder
getting out of here is the
inside
best
this
bet,
leaf.
Okay.
I think maybe everybody
Okay.
stand to the sides here.
Anything else?
There is some of that goop that you saw Matea using. There's maybe like one big pile of it left, but that's it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. What might Dylan be able to use to get, let's say, to Savannah?
With taking opportunity attacks, you can just do it. But if you want to like do some kind of skill to negate that or use your action to take disengage and get over there, you can do that. But then you wouldn't be able to use an action once you got there. But it looks like with this solve, if you got close enough to her, you could probably throw it on her wound pretty quick as a bonus action.
Can I throw it from here?
You can, but that would be an action. It's the difference between basically one's a bonus and one's not.
Could you consider this like, I don't
I
know,
saw each
a
use this
medicine kit?
once. It makes a blinding light. I'll say, since you know what this stuff does, you could probably use it to for whatever you need it to be.
Okay. And what would Dylan need to do in order to throw it at her? Would it be a skill?
It would just be your action.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You toss this little gloop of green healing stuff right through all these slashing blades onto Savannah. So you roll a D8 plus your wisdom modifier, and Savannah can gain those hit points back.
All right, that'll be 10 hit points because I don't have to roll.
Hell yeah.
She's at 0.
And you still got a movement?
Yeah, I do, but I don't think I can go anywhere because I would have to disengage, and I can't do that now. Is it possible to do anything to help Matea as well?
You have a bonus action, so if you have anything you can do as far as like with your class or with your feats as a bonus action, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a medicine check on her, but
Yeah, if you get above a 15, they stabilize. So she just wouldn't make death saves. Yeah, I'll say with that, she's just got sliced up and bleeding out. Green is up. First one will move to Dylan and attack her. 10 to hit, misses. And swings the tail. Another 10, both miss.
nope.
Savannah with advantage.
Oh, sorry. I got very excited.
Yeah, so did I. It was 17 to hit. Tell me when it drops.
Cameron,
I'm gonna say this one moves down, and this one can move through his.
Yeah,
no
if
no
it's
advantage
cool,
for
I'll
anybody. Let the barrels go and follow them. That's 23 to hit.
Just don't rear up.
7 piercing.
Sounds
Dylan
good,
drops.
but if they start firing in
Next
here,
up is this Fort Bajir.
rolling the barrels.
I moved 5 feet up
Gotcha.
the door so that I was more visible to him. Sorry, am I going upstream
He's
or
gonna
down?
go here,
If I get there first?
take an attack at you.
Whichever way
In my
gets
best
you.
Andalite copying axe, I'm just going to say,
All right, I'm gonna do something here. So, high or low, Zach?
hi.
This infuriates him, and this Yeerk is so mad he's gonna take the attack with disadvantage, but if he hits, he does double.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. A 9.
9. Squirrel's AC is 10.
I never did get an outfit for the dance. Sorry about that.
Zach,
Cameron, go.
as
hit
you're
the button.
on this door halfway up, once again on all fours, move towards you, jump up in the air, cock back with its claw, and swing it towards you.
I wait till the very last second. Blades coming right at Zach, and then just full acrobatic maneuver. There's a backflip up onto his arm, and I run up his shoulder, and then as the blade, crushes through the door and crumples the glass, I just run back down.
He does take a swing at you with his tail for his multi-attack.
Good thing I'm on his arm.
Yeah, he swings at you while you're on his arm. He does hit you
That's fine.
for 7 slashing.
He cuts off my tail. Now I'm a chipmunk. That's how you make chipmunks.
All of these Hork-Bajir are going to move towards the threats. They can't get there to hit anybody, and everybody else is down. That all the Andalites up there are down. So it would be essentially Kamren's turn with like a barrage of Hork-Bajir moving towards him. After he sees that Zach has shattered this and looks back and sees all his friends on the ground, he lets out a roar and starts to move forward to meet the Hork-Bajir. But Zach, you see Xander bend down, reach out for the pearls, and as soon as he touches them, the bandolier pearls that are wrapped around you, they all start to meld and move together and form this small diamond-shaped crystal.
You guys,
And
somebody
you
help me
watch
out
him.
with this.
He
I don't
holds
know.
This,
I think
this
Xander's
crystal
out
in
there.
his hand.
I think
his
I just saw
eyes
Xander.
go screen white and like kind of flashes like dimly. This is just all white light, just kind of dimming as it goes through. The light disappears. They go back to his brown, and he looks forward at the Hork-Bajir in front of you and just Spartan kicks him, and he flies back 10 feet into the pillar. All his arms and legs just kind of dangling as he's like set inside the stone pillar. And then Xander, as a blur, moves forward. Zach, what you see next is a fucking massacre. There's whirling blades, chopping up human controllers and Hork-Bajir controllers alike. As Kamren was meeting these Hork-Bajir, like in the clash, just a blur shoots past them and they all just explode into viscera.
So Kamren is bright red.
Yes. It doesn't last more than 10 seconds. And Xander has the group next to you. He is covered in blood. His hologram is off. He's just the bipedal, canine-looking robot standing in front of you covered in blood. And he lets you crawl up on him and exits the aqueducts.
If he's gathered the group together and everyone else is down, the only thing I say to him is,
he does like set them all down and puts up one finger. You see like a syringe come out of it, and he pokes each one with it. Kamren limping out, catching up to you as everybody else is now stabilized, so no death saves. I'll heal them more once we get out.
Zach just kind of to him says, and then climbs up onto Cameron's back and like just sits in like the fat behind his neck, behind his head. Just kind of sits there.
Xander looks stoic as you all move. He keeps up with Kamren, with the others, but you all are basically only going as fast as Kamren is. It's nothing to him to get you through anybody that stands in your way on the way, which there's not many people, like once you get out of that main room. And you all continue out of the aqueducts.